One of the most well-known analysts in the crypto world, the mysterious PlanB, has popped up with an extremely optimistic prediction for Bitcoin. Ethereum also stepped into the spotlight with bullish expectations, CRO, the token tied to the Crypto.com exchange, flashed green, and the US government moved nearly 55 billion Shiba Inu tokens. These are the main topics in today's Friday episode, so give it a bit of fuel with comments and likes, and let's get started. Bitcoin tried to hold around 65k earlier this week, but the bears once again took control, and at the time of this recording the price is hovering around 63,000. Despite the gloomy picture and weak investor interest, some well-known figures in the crypto space expect a strong push upward in the coming months and years. One of them is PlanB, the Dutch financial analyst who spent years working in institutional finance. His real name isn't public, but he is known for combining technical models, macroeconomics and on-chain data to make long-term BTC forecasts. He is highly respected in crypto circles and has over 2 million followers on X. According to him, Bitcoin's jump to $126,000 last October wasn't the cycle top. Based on his stock-to-flow model, Bitcoin could shoot up to $500,000 or even $1 million in the next 2 years. PlanB has been fairly accurate over the years, but this particular prediction sparked a lot of debate given the current state of the market. Many people believe the bull run ended long ago and that we've clearly been in a bear market for a while. PlanB, however, claims that based on the latest halving in April 2024, we still have 639 days before the upward cycle closes. It doesn't make much sense when you look at how the market has been bleeding lately, the lack of institutional interest, the global geopolitical mess and everything else, but who knows, maybe the guy will be right once again. Share in the comments whether you think his shocking prediction could actually come true. Ethereum is also in a pretty disappointing state lately, with the price stuck well below $2,000. But according to the analyst, no name on X, the asset might actually be preparing for a new growth cycle, even though most people have already written it off. If you look closely at the chart, since 2021 Ethereum has been forming a structure known as expanding diagonal, where each wave is larger than the previous one. The first 4 waves have already been completed, and the bottom of wave 4, which many saw as the critical support level the entire structure was built on, is almost reached. What makes this model interesting is that in expanding diagonals, wave 5 is usually the most aggressive one. It breaks above all previous highs and overshoots them. Analysts often compare this structure to the Dow Jones Industrial Average, where the price developed in exactly the same way. Slow expanding waves followed by an explosive final phase. If this scenario repeats for Ethereum, the targets for wave 5 are massive, between $12,000 and $22,000. As unrealistic as it sounds in today's market, there is logic behind it. ETH is one of the most undervalued assets right now. Interest is low, sentiment is negative, trading volume is weak, and most investors have simply stopped paying attention. History has shown many times that real moves often begin exactly in moments like these. When everyone is disappointed and nobody is watching the asset, the market loves to surprise. Let me know in the comments whether you think Ethereum can actually make such a jump, or if this is just another wild prediction in the crypto space. CRO, the token of Crypto.com, jumped to a 1-month high above 6 cents after the exchange announced a massive $400 million funding round. What makes the news even more interesting is who's behind the investment. Citadel Securities, one of the most influential companies in the traditional finance. This isn't some random fund or a risky group throwing money around. Citadel only enters deals where it sees a real long-term potential, which is exactly why the news triggered such a strong reaction. A funding round of this size suggests that Crypto.com has serious plans for expansion, and the money could be used to improve infrastructure, launch new services, or enter new markets, all things that can strengthen the ecosystem and build investor confidence. Naturally, this raises the question of whether CRO now has the conditions for a stable upward trend, or whether the bear market will shut it down quickly and the excitement will fade. And finally, a pretty curious story involving Shiba Inu. The US government has moved nearly 55 billion SHIB tokens seized from FTX during the exchange's investigation. The tokens have been held in government wallets for years, but according to recent data, they were transferred to a new address, which immediately caught the attention of the crypto community. This doesn't necessarily mean a sale is coming, but whenever the government moves seized assets, the market gets nervous. The reason is simple: such transfers often happen before liquidation, and with meme coins like SHIB, even a small amount can shake the price. In this case, we're talking about billions, which is more than enough to create tension, especially in a weak market with low volumes. It's not the first time government agencies have moved assets linked to FTX. We've seen similar transfers of Bitcoin and other tokens in recent months, which also caused short-term reactions. This time, however, the attention is greater because SHIB has a huge, very active community watching every move of large wallets. Meanwhile, the meme coin is down 17% over the past month, and there isn't much hope for a significant rebound anytime soon. Back in the day, Shiba Inu was one of the biggest cryptocurrencies with a market cap of over $40 billion, but now it sits at under $2.5 billion. That wraps up our Friday episode, gang. Have an amazing weekend and see you soon.